Listen to Dr. Fauci. He says don't just wear one mask, but wear two. Wear two masks. Can't hurt. He says his gut feeling tells him that two masks are better than one. His gut feeling. You don't want to be against science and a good doctor. Yeah, yes, I know he hasn't seen any patients. I know he's been working for the government, the NIH, since before I was born, 1968. I get it, but he is a scientist. He's a doctor. He knows everything. So when Dr. Fauci says wear not just one, but two masks, of course, that's the same doc who 8 months ago was telling 60 Minutes, you don't need to wear a mask. But hey, he was just saying that because Trump told him to say that, even though the World Health Organization said the same. But hey, Fauci can do no wrong. Do you know Fauci is the highest paid man in the federal, not man, but person in the federal government? Fauci? Man, there's an article in the Federalist, which I'm going to read. Dr. Fauci keeps falling up. This I tell you, man, this is my whole thing with the Trumpster. I just don't think Trump's a good judge of people, man, in terms of who he can rely on. I don't. And as such, why else would he hire Bolton, Fauci, Michael Cohen, Manafort? You know what I'm saying? I tell you, these guys were just not good. I don't know what happened there. Who else? He hired a couple other people. I was like, dude, why would you hire that person? I forgot what it was. But it's just weird, man. And but anyway, Fauci, don't just wear one mask, but wear two. This whole thing is so freaking corrupt. I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. And now California, Michigan, they're all opening up. Just at the drop of they should have done that to begin with. The idea that bureaucrats control our lives, it boggles the mind. It'll never not be like this. I was reading, who was I reading last night, or maybe this morning? Government, who was that? I forgot. But government always wants power. Always. Will ever. It doesn't matter what type of government, Democratic, representative, communist, socialist, it doesn't matter. They always want power. More power. It's total power. It doesn't matter. And power for a bureaucrat, power for a totalitarian, power for a dictator, power for a oligarch. That's what they want, man. And sadly, we have I don't even care what Republican or Democrat. The idea, just think about it, the idea that your politician, your flavor of the day, we'll just say John Ossoff. We could say him, we could say friggin' Mitch McConnell. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just the idea that these guys have control over the regulation of your life is insane to me. But it is what it is. I mean, it's nuts. Now, with that said, do they control your actual day-to-day activity? No. You control your life. Fauci doesn't control your life. Only you control your life. So if you're going to sit there and mire in, like these leftists are, and just frustration because Trump's a dictator, it's freaking stupid, man. Just don't. And you can't do it from the left, from the right either, saying Biden's a dictator. I mean, these guys, yes, they can have a huge impact on the tax code. They can have a huge impact if you got to wear a stupid mask. They can have a huge impact on just so many things. I get it. Whether or not you pay for a freaking 1.6 liters per flush toilet, whether or not you can have incandescent light bulbs, all that stuff. I get it. At the end of the day, though, you can't change all that. I mean, you can vote, I get it. You can vote harder next time, but you can't. It is what it is. You just got to deal with the situation that it is. Now, with that said, are you going to be miserable because Fauci is just, look, man, Fauci's not the brightest bulb. We can all agree that. The guy's, he's just not. He's a politician who happens to be, got an MD in 1966. He started working for the federal government in 1968. He should not have any I don't like that guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I never liked him the minute Trump, I said, what? I said, why is that guy a career bureaucrat dictating what we need to be doing? It's nuts. But be it as it may. Never liked him, never will like him. At some point, the career bureaucrats need to get their comeuppance in terms of go out in the real world there, guy. Maybe go see some patients there, guy, and tell me why we should listen to you. Be it as it may. At the end of the day, Fauci, whoever you can't stand, Biden, Trump, Josh Hawley, I don't care. These guys don't dictate your well-being. They just don't. You dictate your well-being. Now, does that mean you're not going to have some tough times? Oh, I just had a yawn. Excuse me. We had a thunderstorm last night. I went through, and Finney had never been through a thunderstorm, and he was scared. I wish I would videotape him. It was cute. It was sad. I felt bad for him. He was like, so I had to rock him to bed. He sat on my lap. I slept on the couch, and both Finney and Pablo slept on top of me because they were both scared. Pablo less so, but Finney definitely he's like, whoa, what's going on? He's whining and stuff, poor boy. Anyway, so going back to these guys, they don't dictate your happiness. They don't dictate your well-being. They don't dictate how you tackle the day. You just can't, look, I'm saying this for myself, my friends, more than maybe just as much as I'm saying it for you. It's not like I have this accomplished or I have this beaten down. Every time I see YouTube, Dr. Fauci says, and there's some clown on the doctor, whatever, Schmucky says, and that wasn't Fauci, it was another guy, like a hipster doc. You know, I don't know. These guys are nuts. And I'm just sitting there, but it's like all these videos of Fauci that are recommended. I'm like, oh, good night. So I figured I'd get some of that sweet algorithm momentum. Say, Dr. Fauci says wear 2 masks. You don't want to doubt the good doctor, do you? Because his gut feeling says this works. Whereas just 8 months ago, the whole thing is just so insane, man. You gotta laugh. You've got to laugh. I mean, oh my goodness. The funny thing is, I've always been a guy. Look, I'm independent, but I'm one of these. I'm like a Canadian, I guess. I do what I'm told for the most part. I say, hey, man, all right. I'm not here to rock any boats. I'm independent. I'm kind of a recluse. I kind of do my own thing, but I'm an introvert for the most part. But I mean, my goodness, I'm not going to I'm not one of these guys who are naturally rabble-roused, naturally going to be blazing a trail of rebellion. That's not me. I just pretty much do what I'm told. You know, go on, get on. I was always, the rules are this. I said, all right, I'm just going to follow the rules. This is the way it always has been. You know, I've always been independent, though, and I always gripe about the rules, as a pure infantryman would. Infantryman says, oh, I can't believe we got to dig this freaking fox over here. Just 2 feet, we dug it over there, now we got to dig it over here. That's what infantrymen do. Like, why? But then you do it. You say, all right, let's just get it done. But with that said, can we at least acknowledge that no one knows what the hell's going on? And they still, after all this time, they still don't. It's just the whole thing is crazy. Whole thing is crazy. So wear your 2 masks, and I will see you.